Hey loves, it's Britt, and in this video I'm talking about Mercury conjunct to Mercury in Synastry. So if you have the conjunction of the planet Mercury, which represents communication, intellect, how your thought processes work, what you're thinking about, and yeah, how you convey it. So this aspect is actually super underrated. I mean, if you do have it, there's an ability to understand each other without much explanation. And you want to look at the sign that this conjunction is taking place, because that sign is going to be kind of on overload. So there can definitely be even a little bit of a restless energy with this conjunction because you're just talking a lot and you're thinking about and you're thinking a lot and you're communicating kind of about just the day-to-day stuff that you're doing. It's like you're on a car ride with someone, but you're talking the whole time. That's kind of like Mercury conjunct Mercury. But you're also able to understand where the other person is coming from without much explanation. So, you know how that saying, like, with the right people, you're understood, or I forget the exact saying, but this one you definitely can feel understood. You can feel like even if you have other aspects that are really difficult, showing disharmony, if you have Mercury conjunct Mercury, you can really communicate well with each other and feel understood, at least on a mental level. You're able to get it out. Like, you know how some people, you actually feel your throat chakra like constrict and you just don't feel comfortable to say what you're actually thinking about or what's actually going through your head. This is like the opposite of that, where you found someone who you're comfortable to just share whatever it is going on in your mind. It doesn't have to be deep things. With this conjunction, it's not necessarily profound wisdom or anything coming out. It's just like you're able to talk about what you're sensing, what you're noticing, what you're doing. Oh, I'm just making a coffee right now. Then I'm going to go to the store. Then I'm going to do this. And you're not disagreeing on the way you're thinking either. So you can also end up having a lot of respect for each other's mind because, anybody who thinks like you can't be all that bad, right? Maybe you think they're really intelligent, or they just get you, right? Like, it's just easy. It's just easy to communicate. But this aspect, this conjunction, it doesn't even really have the potency of like other conjunctions, because Mercury is such a like sort of lighthearted energy, or like androgynous energy, that this doesn't like promote like crazy attraction, or it's not, it's not sexual, it's not like romantic really. It's just a meeting of the minds. It's just a mental connection. It's a mental affinity. It's easy to communicate. It's easy to feel understood and feel open. You feel open to communicate with this person. And the sign of your Mercury comes through really strong in this union. Mercury can also bring out a feeling of like your inner child coming out here. So, the inner child can feel free to communicate what is actually on your mind. You don't feel like that this person is going to think you're stupid, or think that, why are you even saying that? What's the point of that? Or like you feel like you can share, you're free to share. The Mercury person or the other person is going to get where you're coming from. And yeah, you can also, Mercury can represent short trips and moving around a lot, so you can enjoy just doing all the random little things that you have to do in your life, getting groceries or going to work, going to school. Like, you just talk to this person all day long. There's a very open flow of communication and just a really good understanding of each other. A lot of respect for the other person's mind. And if your Mercury is a bit more chatty, like I said, you can have the talking all the time reaction. But yeah, you're you're really similar with this conjunction. It's a really nice feeling to have Mercury conjunct Mercury. You probably notice it more when you don't have it than when you do have it, because when you do have it, it's just really natural and easy to communicate. It's just like, you get me, and I enjoy sharing my life with you and sharing my thoughts with you and texting you and calling you and having coffee with you. It's just yeah, a really nice underrated connection to have. Mercury to Mercury aspects show how we communicate. And, there's other levels of communication, right? There's body communication, which would probably be shown more by like Sun, Mars, or Ascendant stuff. But as far as like actual communicating what is on your mind, that is Mercury. And this aspect can really be nice because, I'll do all the Mercury aspects, but they can be difficult. They're not major, but when you have tough squares or the in conjunction between Mercury in Synastry, it's just tough to understand each other. So this one is a lack of that. It's easy to understand each other with Mercury conjunct Mercury, and your intellects really get to flourish. Like you become, if you have, a more mercurial energy, you become more of that with this person, and you can really like excel together as far as like in an academic sense, or this can be the person, or if you're in a couple with this person, you can just be reading a ton of books together, or just yeah, you're always engaging the mind with this person. So it's a mental connection. It can even be a bit too much at times because you're just constantly like buzzing with Mercury. Well, I have Mercury in Gemini, so when I have it, it's like talking. But if you have a less outward Mercury, it's not necessarily going to be too much, but it can. But it's usually just a minor thing. It's actually a minor aspect. Like I said, this conjunction is just not as potent as other conjunctions. It's just really nice communicative aspect. So I'd love to know your experience of this aspect. If you've had it, let me know in the comments, and thanks for your requests, you guys. Keep them coming in the comments. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Talk soon. Bye.